Odell Beckham Jr. noticed as well yesterday. He tweeted out after the game, quote, "They went crazy today," followed by the eye emoji. All right, now this is getting really interesting because Micah Parsons responded with, "Come on then." And DeMarcus Lawrence chimed in saying, "They sure did. Make the right decision." Odell, supposed to meet with Dallas after Thanksgiving. Shannon, did yesterday just increase the chances of OBJ signing with Skip's Cowboys?
Well, if he basing it on yesterday's performances by the two teams it seems to be coming down to, it absolutely did. Because one did a demolition job on one team and the other got demolished by another team. So I absolutely, Skip. I mean, obviously, you know, you're going into the Cowboys indoors. You have a better quarterback. I believe the offensive system is equipped to do what you want to do, and that's like, I'm coming in late, and I want to win. I want a chance to win. I want a chance to go to and compete for a Super Bowl. And I believe the Cowboys present the best opportunity. I get that home going. You know, sometimes, Skip, you can go home, and I get it. It's a nostalgia. You know, it's a homecoming. Like, man, this is where it all started. Yes, you look around, and the building is just like you remember it. You can get your old locker back, and a lot of the people that were there when you were there are probably still there. But, bruh, if you're trying to win, the Cowboys present the best opportunity. The Giants, Skip, look, they've overachieved, and they got a nice story going on. But their quarterback right now is not good enough to win for them this year to this season. Now, I'm not saying what he might not be. I don't think he's going to amount to any more than a marginal quarterback. I think the way Dak is playing, and I think Dak can get you to a Super Bowl. Now, the question is, in the playoffs, you got to have to put string together some games. And I'm not saying you have to do what you did against Minnesota yesterday as a quarterback, but you can't do what you did against Green Bay either. You can't be in control of the ball game because the momentum will flip just like that in the playoffs. And once that avalanche comes, we saw it. We saw Atlanta have a 28-3 lead, and the momentum flipped, and the next thing you know, you're going to overtime and you lose. We saw Patrick Mahomes have a 21-3 lead, and the next thing you know, they're going to overtime and they lose. So you got to, when you get a team down, you got to stay on top of them. The Cowboys would be a better fit for me, indoors, warm weather. They have a better team. But the question is it about money? I believe if the money is comparable, he's going to Dallas. Now, I believe if the Giants blow him away with money, but for me, at this stage of my career, Skip, I like to think Odell has made, I'm not going to tell anybody to take less money. But if you want to win, you're probably going to have to take a little less money in order to go to Dallas. So the question is, how much is money worth, and how much is another possible playoff push with the chance to get to the Super Bowl? Because I don't believe the Giants are going to present that opportunity for it.
Okay. It sounds like for the first time since we've been discussing Odell, you're starting to lean toward Dallas for Odell.
Yeah, man, I was at Buffalo at one point in time. We was at Buffalo. Von Miller said it was a done deal.
For the longest, I thought it was the Rams. I just thought it was a done deal. He would go back because he's got a home in Beverly Hills.
Because we heard Sean McVay said, we haven't made our final offer to Odell.
No, and they kept a locker open for him with his name up above it. So I just thought he was going back there, and they are just done, man.
They done. Okay. Ain't no sense in him going there. Going there for what? So he can reminisce, hang with the boys that he won the Super Bowl with last year, because they're not going anywhere.
And they might shut Stafford down pretty soon, so that's over.
Oh, yeah. If they shut Stafford down, I'm not. Well, even if Stafford was healthy.
There's no Cooper Kupp to take the pressure off Odell where he can get single coverage.
The Rams are out of the equation. Now, Skip, because he has to look at it like, okay, I got two teams. What, the Giants are, 7-3, 7-4?
7-3.
7-3, and the Cowboys are 7-3.
Yep.
What did I just witness? Did I just witness a team go on the road and have the biggest win in their franchise history? Now, this is a storied franchise, and they've never gone on the road and beaten a team by as bad as what this Cowboy team did yesterday to the Vikings. And I just watched a team at home, and the game wasn't that close. I know what the final score. The game wasn't that close. If you watched that game and I flipping back and forth, I'm like, damn, they scored again. They scored again.
Yep.
So, and you look at Daniel.
Guess what was trending early in the Giants game? Vanilla Vic, because Daniel Jones had run one in.
Yeah.
And now he's Vanilla Vic, and then their offense kind of just went vanilla after that, right?
Exactly. And so the thing is, he started turning the ball over.
He did.
He had done a great job up until yesterday of not turning the ball over. Put yourself in harm's way, you turn the ball over, because they're not good enough to overcome turnovers. So for me, yeah. The question is, Skip, how much, what is Odell? How much can the Cowboys get? What's the number the Cowboys can get to? That Odell will say, you know what? I'm good with this number. Looking around, looking at CD, looking at Dak, Pollard, Zeke, that offensive line, that outstanding defense. What's the number they can get to him and say, you know what? I see what I saw last year in the Rams. I'm going to take this deal and let's go for it.
Okay, I appreciate everything you just said. Last night for me was bittersweet because as we opened the show with, you heard what Jerry said. I could see a Super Bowl team out there. Well, that team did not include Odell Beckham Jr.
Right.
I know Jerry. I spent a ton of time around Jerry. I know how his brain works. I know how his pride works. I know how his ego swells. And last night, in his heart of hearts, he's thinking, I built this team through the draft. Why do I need to go seek this guy when I got it all right here?
Right.
We drafted Michael Gallup, and we gave him his $20 million.
Right.
And now he wants a prorated $20 million to equal Gallup's contract. Right. It scares me. It horrifies me that Jerry's flying back last night thinking, I think I got it here. And remember, they got the Washington kid from Oklahoma State coming back. That was supposed to be their deep threat.
Is Jerry superstitious? Because he might say, well, man, I don't want to mess this thing up. I got a good thing going right now.
Well, but again, I have campaigned for Odell, not because of what he could provide for you on the field, but that locker room would be on fire. You would send a message to your locker room at a pivotal time, especially if they could close this Texas two-step with a win on Thursday and have 10 days off.
Right.
And then you send them a little early Christmas present. We got Odell.
Right.
That locker room would go crazy because of his mystique, his aura, his cachet, because he was the Super Bowl catalyst for the Rams last year. He finally emerged, as you well know, in the game at Tampa. He caught 9 balls for 113. He had been fairly quiet up to that point, but then early in the Super Bowl, he catches the opening touchdown pass, and he caught 2 for whatever it was, 50-some yards, and all of a sudden, his knee blows up for no reason that I can still understand. I'm knocking on wood for him. It's hard to know exactly what he has left, and I think Jerry's saying, I'm looking forward to, as he calls it, his visit. You know?
I don't know if you noticed this, but there's a guy up in Cleveland that was on your team that's balling out of his mind.
Okay.
Did you see him yesterday? That was on the road, Skip.
And they lost.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I don't miss him. I just don't miss him.
He got 7 tubs.
Okay. I got it. But I got CD. And Michael Gallup looked like he was re-emerging yesterday, like he's finally getting his new leg underneath him off his ACL reconstruction.
Right.
So all of a sudden I'm thinking, wait a second, is Jerry going to just say, I'm too good for Odell? Like I don't need him? That's my fear. But I do believe they need him just for the mystique of it. But he's going to have to take some America's team discount. Some. And I don't know who else is going to bid more for him, but whoever else bids for him won't be able to present the stage that Dallas is going to present.
Stage. Who else can bid for him, Skip? Unless, and it doesn't seem like Buffalo is in the running anymore. He saw that snow they dumped up there last.
Yeah, can you imagine? That's all you need to know. Just see the video.
He's like, no, I'm good, Buffalo.
I'm good.
Kansas City. He's like, but at the end of the day, Skip, whom else is in the running? Okay, Giants, Cowboys, that can present the package, as you said, the package. We have a team that we believe that can get to and contend for a Super Bowl. You know damn well the Giants can't get to and contend. It's going to be a scrap for them to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Even though that record, Skip, it's going to be a push.
Okay, we're about to talk about the Chiefs. They have the best receiving tight end I have ever seen because he's a wide receiver camouflaged as a tight end. But the point is, they still don't. Obviously, they lost Tyreek, and he's mixing and matching with various Sky Moores, and Juju was out last night. But again, could they use him? Sure, they could use him. Right, as a Super Bowl catalyst. That's why I believe Jerry needs to go ahead and pay the freight because it would be worth it. Just in presence, just to have Odell in your locker room, on your sideline, and occasionally in your huddle. Right. We got this guy. We got him. Yes, you do.
If he's, because he can still make plays, Skip. Like I said, how healthy is he? How soon can he get up to speed? I mean, he's coming in pretty much probably a little later than what he came in last time because this was like almost a trade deadline when he went to the Rams last year. So he'll have about probably another 3 weeks to get his legs up on him to start, doing stuff in shoulders and shoulder pads and helmets. Because you get in football shape, Skip, by playing football. All that running on the treadmill, all that running sprints and doing gases, all that, that's fine and good. But you got to run the routes. You got to be in football uniform to be able to get into football shape. So how soon can he get up to football shape? How healthy is that knee? How soon does he like, you know what? My knee good, man. Let me go on out here and plant. Let me run this comeback. Let me run this dig. Let me run all the routes that's necessary. Because Skip, he's a technical runner. He relies a lot. It ain't no just he's not 6'5", where Skip, he just big bodies somebody and goes up. Odell needs to route run. He needs to be able to get in and out of breaks. He needs to be able to transition. And so it's going to be interesting to see.
Okay, I've said from the start, Odell is shrewd enough to know at this stage in age, he's turned 30 years of age, he can't go in and be somebody's savior. He just doesn't have too many surgeries.
No.
Okay? CD has emerged as a top 10 receiver. Gallup's back, so you could just ease right into the fray, into the rhythm, into the rotation as the number 3 who could become the number 2 come playoff time.
Well, the thing was, Skip, is that what you said is that what happened last year is that teams, that's Odell, and you're trying to come in with your 3rd and 4th with DB. Well, he's going to eat.
He's going to eat, and he ate at Tampa, and he ate at home in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you're going to eat.
Okay? And yet, Jerry's sitting back thinking, guess who I got coming back on right after this next game? Tyron Smith is going to be back.
Yeah.
I know he blew out his whole quad, but I think it was his hamstring that he blew
It might
out.
be. It might have been his hand.
Yeah, but the point is, I think he's right on schedule to be back in this mini bye week.
But where are you going to play him?
Okay.
Are you going to take the rookie out?
I don't know, because the rookie has been really good because he's been mostly quiet.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I mean he'll get a holding call here or there, but he's played better than I thought he would in his rookie season.
Okay, but Jerry's thinking, I got my big stud, because Tyron Smith's a first ballot Hall of Famer,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, right?
So what do you put Tyron Smith at? You put him back in at left tackle, and you took the rookie down at guard because he played guard.
He played guard, and they penciled him in at guard to start this year.
Yeah.
So I assume that would be a pretty easy transition for him to make.
Oh, absolutely.
It'd probably take a whole lot of weight off his brain, right?
Right.
Okay. So all of a sudden you become dominating on your left side, as you are, because Terrence Steele is just blocking his tail off at right tackle on run blocking. Yeah. And you know what Zach Martin can do.
Zach Martin, he's still that guy. He's still the premier guard in football.
If you've got Tyron and Tyler at left tackle and left guard, whew, you might have something.
Yes.
It may not be like the great old days, but it's going to be pretty good, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely.
Then you might have one weaker link at center who's been just okay and Biotish. But the point is...
But you can hide him, Skip.
Okay?
You can hide him.
Okay, as long as he just snaps the ball and doesn't hit Dak in the shoelaces with it.
Right.
But the point is, Jerry's sitting back thinking, well, I got him back, and then James Washington. They gave him some money because they thought he'd be the deep threat that they didn't have.
Right.
Well, I don't know. They keep saying he's ready, and then he doesn't suit up. Right. I don't know what's going on. But Jerry may say, I'm good because I drafted all this, right?
Right.
Okay.
He could.
Yeah. And I don't want to see that.
But you want to see Odell.
Yeah. If we're talking about Jerry would do anything, he would write, he says, you can't believe the size of check I would write for one more Super Bowl, then it's time to go get Odell.
Okay.
It just is. He just has value in mystique and aura and social media presence. It resonates in the locker room.
Man.
Well, you see what they're doing. They're campaigning on social media.
You're not afraid that he's going to wreck Dak like he did Baker?
I don't think he'll wreck Dak.
He didn't wreck Baker either.
Yeah, he did.
No, he didn't. Stop saying that.
He wrecked Baker.
So who wrecked him in Carolina?
Carolina.
Yeah. We about to talk about that.
Yeah, let's.
Yeah, we about to talk about that.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Well, Skip, I like your description of OBJ as shrewd because, he also tweeted out last night that he's missing Saquon Barkley.
He did.
So apparently the drama surrounding OBJ watch is going to go to the very end.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, gentlemen. Yeah. Thanks for watching, Undisputed fans. Subscribe here to get the very latest from Skip and Shannon. Plus, go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.